The coronavirus has caused many closures for colleges and universities. Find out which company is providing free storage to students in need.
And more cancellations at WSU and in sports. Find out which events will no longer happen. Murrow News 8 starts now.
Broadcasting studios on the campus of Washington State University. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Asher Lind.
And I'm Grace Arness. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
This morning at 10:30, WSU President Kirk Schultz announced the Spring 2020 Moms Weekend is canceled. The Macklemore concert has been postponed for that weekend as well. I spoke to the director of Beasley Coliseum this morning, and they are looking at future dates. He said when they reschedule, people can still go or look to refund their tickets. This is aligned with him also announcing that WSU will officially move all of its classes online for the rest of the semester. With the move to online learning for WSU as a whole, how do students feel about the changes, and what can people expect in the weeks following spring break? Murrow News 8 reporter Ariel Yakabazi has more on the story.
Effective March 23rd, Washington State University courses at all 5 campuses across the state will be online due to concerns surrounding the COVID-19 coronavirus. After spring break, Cougs have the option to go home and maybe not come back, but how do students feel about the change? Asia Farrington, a student on the Pullman campus, had plans for spring break, but those plans changed in just a few hours.
Yeah, my parents are pretty concerned about everything, especially because my boyfriend lives in King County and I was going to go home with him tomorrow. But now I'm trying to scramble to find a direct ride to where I live in Camas so then I can kind of avoid the epicenter over there.
Some students are staying, some are leaving.
Campus may be busy now, but that could change.
As of right now, classes may be online after break, so students don't technically have to come back. However, according to Vice President of Marketing and Communication for WSU, Phil Weiler, the Pullman campus will remain open, including libraries, computer labs, and residence halls. But what about events like graduation? Senior Ariana Andrade is concerned about what this change could do to her graduation plans.
It's also kind of frustrating, just because you go in your senior year thinking, okay, like you have all these things planned, you know these certain events are going to happen, and within the last couple of weeks and days, now all of that's kind of turned upside down.
After speaking with VP Weiler via phone, he pointed out to me 3 things that he wants students to keep in mind moving forward. 1, if you are sick, stay home. 2, check your email over break. More specific information will be sent out via your WSU email. 3, for more background information, go to wsu.edu and click the COVID-19 link. This has every communication regarding the virus in WSU since January. VP Weiler also told me that ultimately social distancing is most important for students and others involved with university operations. As far as staying online, the chancellors at each WSU campus will have the authority to work with local health officials to make decisions that may vary for each campus. With Murrow News 8, I'm Ariel Yakabazi.
U-Haul offers free storage for college students who may suddenly move off campus due to the coronavirus pandemic, which caused colleges and universities to cancel classes. This week, U-Haul said the free storage deal is offered for 30 days for students who have to suddenly move out of their dorms due to the virus outbreak.
As of this morning, there are still no confirmed cases of the virus in the Palouse. However, Gritman Medical Center and Pullman Regional Hospital officials are discussing options to test those with symptoms in an isolated environment that would keep others safe from the virus. Coming up, we've got a look at how weather may affect your spring break commute.
Justin Spinney has our weather when Murrow News 8 returns. Spring break starts Monday and many students are heading out of Pullman, but what's weather like for those students who will stay? Justin, what can we expect?
Well, students staying here can expect to get a little bit wet this weekend. There's going to be some rainfall tonight. Tonight's going to be a high of 42 and a low of 26. Again, the story right now, though, is the precipitation. The rain is coming down, so be prepared for that. Going into tomorrow, that rain might turn into some snow. Tomorrow is going to be a high of 35 and a low of 22. For those students who are heading across the state, heading to the west side, our Snoqualmie Pass forecast is showing that there is going to be some snow on the ground, as you can see. Expect another inch or so tomorrow, but ultimately shouldn't really affect driving conditions too bad. You shouldn't have a hard time getting to the west side if you're heading over there. Looking at the state map, if you are headed to the west side, you're going to get wet there too. Everywhere pretty well is showing some rainy conditions. High of 42, low of 33 in Olympia, 41, 34 in Seattle. Over here in Yakima, we got a high of 42, low of 26. They have very similar conditions to what we're seeing right now here in Pullman. However, our neighbors up here in Spokane, they're going to stay pretty dry somehow. I don't get it. They get lucky, we don't. They get a high of 39 and a low of 21. Moving on to the 5-day forecast here. As you can see, we're going to have some rain tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to see that rain turn into snow. We're going to have a warm-up starting on Sunday, high of 48 and a low of 26. Monday, it's going to be very sunny outside, high of 53, low of 29. Back to the weather we've been used to these last couple weeks here. And then on Tuesday, we're going to have a high of 50 and a low of 32, partly cloudy. That's your just-in-time 5-day forecast.
Awesome. Thank you, Justin, for that.
Thank you.
According to BBC News, the death toll in Italy has surpassed 1,000 deaths as the country continues to be put in lockdown, and things seem to be getting even stricter. Fines are now being given to people who do not have the right permission to leave their homes. Andre Miseri is a chef in Rome, and according to NBC News, he was given a fine of 60 to 80 euros, or about $70 to $90, for leaving to go to work. He said living in Italy at the moment is like having a curfew.
Coming up, more cancellations due to the outbreak of coronavirus.
And find out which sports events are affected when Murrow News 8 returns.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Hi, and welcome to Cameron's Corner. With sports today, you can officially add the Masters to a list of sporting events canceled due to the coronavirus. The announcement was made earlier this morning that the tournament will be postponed. The Masters dates back to 1934 and has never been played outside of March or April. The CSCAA National Championship swim meet started yesterday in Cleveland, and the Cougs have several swimmers making headway. Chloe Larson took 4th in yesterday's 50-yard freestyle, and Lauren Bruckroll placed 2nd in the 50-yard breaststroke. Right now, WSU sits 7th overall in team rankings. The NCAA Indoor Track Championship has been canceled. They were scheduled to start today in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The Coug baseball program has been put on hold for the next 3 games in Pullman against University of California. The games have been canceled due to the concerns of COVID-19 being on the WSU campus. This series of games would have been the first Pac-12 teams the Cougs have faced this season. The entire sports season came to an early end here in Pullman, but not before a group of students were able to make their mark on WSU baseball. Murrow News 8 Andrew Bartline shows the brief impact by the WSU cheerleaders.
It's spring on the Palouse, where Justice and Jack hit the diamond to watch some ball. But a brief look at the stands of Bailey Brayton this season, and you'll see a different type of fandom. passion for the good old-fashioned strikeout. It's not Felix Hernandez in the Kings Court, but Washington State and, well...
Give him the chair! Chair, 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 chair!
Yes, chairs.
We have a marketing project in our sports marketing class, and when we were meeting with marketing to kind of get the direction for the chair, we were just spitballing some ideas around. And I played baseball in high school, and one of my favorite things was when we had 2 strikes, we would tell the pitcher to throw him the chair. So I was like, hey, why don't we do it for WSU baseball and get the crowd involved and get like a chair chant?
Wazoo's baseball program was once one of the finest in the nation, winning 20 division titles between 1970 and 1995. But far as pennants go, they haven't picked one up since '95, dropping in morale as a result.
We've been to a couple baseball games in the past, and crowd hasn't been necessarily a factor, so we really wanted to incorporate that element to WSU baseball.
So what is the chair exactly? Well, it's tough to say. Some, it's a gimmick, and to others, it's a battle cry. It's caught the attention of first-year head coach Brian Green and company in less than a week.
Oh, full on. They're part of the family. I mean, we're 4-1 here at Bailey Brayton this season, and they're a part of that. I've gone out into the stands after a game, giving them high fives, pictures. Every day they come in, I give them a high five. I make sure they all look. I come up with them. I say thanks for coming. That's what I want our players to understand too. Is it's an honor and a privilege to play here.
The cheerleaders were present for the entirety of WSU's opening home series, a 4-game sweep over Niagara. Washington State pitchers enjoyed 37 strikeouts, averaging just over 1 per inning.
I really like that this was not an athletic-driven thing either. Athletics supports it, but it wasn't athletic-driven. This was just something that was born organically, and it's just taken off. It's infectious. Think about the recruits that are going to come in. They're going to see this. They're going to be like, hey, this is a fun place to play, right?
It just creates and presents a distraction, and I like how our fans are doing it right now because it's fun. It's a positive distraction, but it's a home field advantage, and to have it is huge, and I just hope to see it get bigger and bigger.
In Pullman, Andrew Barline, Murrow News 8.
Wow, looks like the Cougars enjoyed baseball while it lasted.
Yeah, it was really great. Got to see the cheerleaders. Seems like a really great idea for baseball. Hopefully they'll be back next year, but we'll be right back after the commercial break.
Thank you for watching tonight. Due to the changes on the WSU campus, Murrow News 8 is working on some innovations to keep bringing you the news.
So follow Murrow News 8 on Facebook and Twitter for updates on what's next. We want to give a thank you to our production class that's helped us make this. Wouldn't be possible without them, our professors, everyone that's watched at home. We all appreciate you very much, and we'll do our best to keep providing you content. So thank you.
Have a good night.